Number 5 is a player who didn't take a snap last year, and yet is maybe the most popular Chiefs player in the history of the franchise.
What?
Can we start Justin Ross season? It's never too early. Number 5 is Justin Ross. I've got practice footage of number 8, Justin Ross, making a play. Ross was an undrafted free agent out of the University of Clemson a couple years ago, had the injury, and yet everyone has spoken about Justin Ross for 2 years in Kansas City circles. Like, just wait till we get Ross on the field. This is the one play you saw last week, and it was from the Chiefs account, and you're like, he's coming. It's Justin Ross time. When you look at this roster right now at the wide receiver position, we know they lost Juju, they lost Hardman, and years prior they've lost other players. Who's going to step up, right? Valdez-Scantling was the guy against the Bengals, had that huge game. Tony in the Super Bowl was awesome. Watson, we know, has made... Here's a second-round pick, Rice. You got more last year. Richie James from the Giants. Justin Ross in yellow might be a guy to watch.
Peter, right? I'm a Rashay Rice guy. I'm sorry. I like him too.
SMU, good player.
Go, baby.
Justin Ross has never played in an NFL regular season game. He was not drafted. And yet when you're talking about breakout players, who's a guy that no one's talking about maybe nationally that might get some buzz locally and could be a player like, where did this guy come from? Justin Ross. I'm not even kidding. Chiefs fans, hit me up. I was in Kansas City this past weekend. Sarah was as well. Every other question's about DeAndre Hopkins or Justin Ross. Like, is Justin Ross for real? I'm like, yeah, Justin Ross is for real. Let's see what happens when it happens in the games. But this was a number 1 high school recruit coming out of high school.
Oh, really?
Started at Clemson, had injuries, and now is going to be on the Chiefs this year, and we'll see how he does. Number 4. Not a lot to talk about with the Patriots last year, yet I love their rookie wide receiver, Tyquan Thornton. He's going to his 2nd season this year, and I think Thornton could be an absolute stud at the NFL level with Mac Jones if they connect. Thornton, as we know, absolute burner, the speed guy in that New England offense, and had his moments. And if you look at what the Patriots did, they brought in Juju, who is not that same position. Juju is more of your possession receiver, your underneath guy, your every down back. Thornton is your game breaker. Jacoby Myers is no longer there. They didn't draft a player super high to say, hey, you're going to be our number 1 wide receiver. This guy has a huge opportunity to step up and not only be the number 1 wide receiver for the New England Patriots this season, but to be one of those players in fantasy football that you're like, I've got this guy as my number 1, Thornton is my number 2. I feel solid going into this season. It's going to come down to this offense, but you have to imagine that Mac Jones is going to have a better 3rd year than he did his 2nd year. And you have to imagine that Bill O'Brien is an upgrade from what they had last season. All right, number 3. Number 3, I'm going with an absolute beast on a team that is made of just physical specimens all over their offense. I'm going with a top 10 pick from last year, Falcons wide receiver Drake London.
Let's go.
Drake London, if you recall, during the draft process, we saw as many highlights of him at USC as we did him dunking basketballs in crazy fashion and doing wild windmills and all sorts of stuff. And then last year, started off hot with the Falcons. They had their quarterback stuff with Mariota. At the end of the season, all of a sudden, Drake London became that number 1 guy, and he was delivering. His numbers over the last 4 games of the season are very impressive. He had 36 targets over those last 4 games, meaning that's an average of 9 targets a game. In those 4 games, that's when Desmond Ridder was the quarterback. So think about they have this going. Now you add Bijan Robinson at running back, Kyle Pitts, hopefully healthy, ready to go. You've got a bunch of tall, strong, talented young players on this offense. I think Drake London going to have a huge year next year as long as Ridder can get him the rock. All right. We're down
Peter,
to
I'm sorry. Guess who joins us in about an hour on the show?
Who do we got on the
Drake
show?
London.
Drake London will be
Drake
joining
London.
Morning Football.
Let's go.
Falcons fans, hang tight. Yet he's not top 2 on my list because top 2 are guys that I saw do it on a week-to-week basis last year. Guys who were rookies last year who I think are going to enter that elite conversation. Number 2, I'm going Chris Olave, New Orleans Saints. Chris Olave with a rotating door at quarterback last year of is it Taysom Hill, is it Andy Dalton, is it Jameis Winston, put up massive numbers for a wide receiver position in New Orleans in his first year in the league. I think with Derek Carr at quarterback, I think Chris Olave is going to have even bigger numbers. Yes, Michael Thomas is hopefully going to be back and fully ready to go, but Olave has been the number 1 guy now for 12 months, and I have to think Olave is the focus of the offense. Chris Olave, monster year last year. Remember the Saints traded up to get him?
Yeah.
And he delivered. He exceeded expectations. I've got Chris Olave right here. If you look at this, Saints rookies, most receiving yards. Like, look at that. That's 1,000 yards right there. And that's from a quarterback room that was constantly rotating and wasn't as stable as it could be. Now you add in Derek Carr. We know that he can throw him the rock. I've got Chris Olave having a big year. Top 10 kind of guy. Wide receiver position is going to be the name. Number 1.
Who's number 1
on the list? Is it possible you could have a college teammate of the number 2 guy and have him be number 1? I think Garrett Wilson's going to be amazing this year. I'm going with the New York Jets and Garrett Wilson. And I'm looking at slow motion footage of Aaron Rodgers doing a play action and Robert Saleh watching and Nathaniel Hackett watching. And it's just like a thing of beauty. And this was all we got in the OTAs. And Wilson making the unbelievable grab and after the catch. Wilson had monster numbers and an NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year season with maybe the worst quarterbacks room in the entire NFL a year ago. You're going to give him Rodgers? And I'll tell you what, Rodgers has been talking a lot about the team. Rodgers cannot praise Wilson enough. And there's no player on any NFL team, I think, that is as good as Davante Adams. So get that out of your head. Don't even think about Davante Adams. Davante Adams and Rodgers had something that will not be duplicated for another 10 years by anyone. And that includes any wide receiver quarterback combo as you want. But Garrett Wilson is pretty darn good, and he and Rodgers are going to have their own sort of chemistry. And I saw one catch he had last week where Zach Wilson threw it behind him, and he caught it like down here, and it's just like, gosh, Garrett Wilson had an amazing dominant season as a rookie with some inferior quarterback play than what other guys had last year. I just think Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers are going to be fantastic.